Hi guys, welcome to Yaya's Food. My name is Lynette. So I want to share a little something with you guys that's on my heart. On this channel, I will be sharing foods from all kinds of different cultures. I really love Italian food, I love Chinese food, I like Mexican food. I'm Puerto Rican myself. I was born in Puerto Rico. My parents are from Puerto Rico, but my great-grandfather is Lebanese. So just like I have a lot of cultures inside of me, I guess. What I'm trying to say is that I will be cooking from my heart, and I will be cooking from things that I have learned along the way. And so there's gonna be some Mexican food that I'll cook. There'll be some Italian food, and I just want to say and get it out the way that in no way am I trying to appropriate anybody else's culture. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, and I just really want to put that out there. It's coming from a good place. It's just from love of food. I love to cook. I always have. And I just want to share with you what I've learned along the way. So today I am going to be making some homemade corn tortillas. We're going to be using Maseca. So let's go, guys. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do it like from start, right? So this is the tortilla press. This one is made of wood. As you can see, it's a big tortilla press, nice, strong tortilla press. This one was from Mexico. So more than likely here you're going to find a metal press, whether it's a small press or a big press, this press, that press, whichever press you get, it's okay. Okay, as long as it's a tortilla press. You could even probably get two flat plates and smush them together. It might not come out as perfect, but it'll be okay. And so along with the press, you're gonna need either, you can take a regular shopping bag and cut out circles of that so the tortilla will stick on, or you can use, this is a Ziploc bag. I'm using this now because it's a little more sanitary with everything going on. By the way, guys, best wishes from me to your family. But this is a Ziploc bag, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my scissors, and I will be cutting this top part right here because what we wanted to do is open up. So I'm just gonna cut this part off. Okay. Be careful of the scissors, guys. Okay, so I cut that part off. And now, so we have this, but we need it to open up. So I'm gonna cut along this edge and along that edge. And this is what it should look like. So that fits perfectly on my tortilla press, okay? So this is ready. So I'm gonna set that aside for a second and I'm gonna start on my masa. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you my Maseca. This Maseca is mixta masa. It's the same thing as Maseca. As you could tell, it's from the same brand. The only difference between this Maseca and the regular Maseca is that this one is nixtamalized, which is a process that they do with real corn to get the masa out of it to make the corn tortillas, right? But if you can't find this Maseca, then just do it with regular Maseca. What I like to do is use half and half. So if I'm doing 2 cups worth of tortillas, I'm gonna use 1 cup of this, 1 cup of this, and then 1 cup of flour. With the flour, I use regular all-purpose flour, which is this right here. This is regular all-purpose flour. And if you're doing 4 cups of masa, so 2 and 2, or if you're just using Maseca, 4 cups of Maseca, you're gonna do half. You're always gonna do half of flour. So if you do 4, you're gonna do 2. Okay? Okay guys, so here we go. We're gonna start. This is a measuring cup. It's just 1 cup. So in liters, it's 250 milliliters. So we're gonna put put 2 cups of regular Maseca because I'm going to make 4 cups of Maseca. which yields a lot of tortillas. You don't have to make that much. You can do 2. So that's 2 of the regular Maseca. And then we're gonna do 2 of this Maseca. But again, you can use just all regular Maseca if you can't find that one. I just like the flavor that it gives to the regular one. So that's 3. 4. Okay, so that's 4 regular cups of Maseca, any kind of Maseca. So now we're gonna put the flour. Since it was 4 cups of Maseca, we're gonna put 2 cups of flour. Remember, you're always gonna do half of whatever you do. So 1 and 2. There it goes. Okay. Okay guys, so this is all our Maseca, but we're gonna mix this up really well before we start adding water. So we wanna make sure that the flour is well incorporated with the Maseca. Now I can say that homemade tortillas is the best. You will never go back to store-bought tortillas after you try these. And I know it can be a little intimidating, guys, but it's kind of easy. It's just a matter of practice. But I have faith in you guys, and I know that once you try it, you're gonna love it. So you just want to get this really well incorporated. So I think that's good. I think everything is mixed pretty well. So I have a nice big bowl of water here. It's not too hot and not too cold. It's kind of like room temperature water. So I'm gonna start adding. Now, with the water, I'm gonna try to get as close a measurement as I can, but it really goes by feel. I'm gonna show you the texture of the masa and tell you a few tips along the way. So we're gonna start with 1 cup of water. Just gonna grab 1 cup. And I know for sure this amount is gonna take at least 1 cup. So I'm gonna put a whole cup in there, and you're gonna see that the water's literally just gonna about disappear right away. See, it's pretty much gone already. So obviously we're gonna need more. Now, when you're adding water, I know for sure that it's probably gonna take a whole nother cup, but the best thing to do with something like this is to add it little by little. If you add too much water, you're gonna have to add more Maseca because it's gonna be too soggy. It's gonna stick to the paper. It's not gonna make a correct tortilla. If you add too little water, you can always add more. So I suggest going little by little. That way you don't go overboard. Okay, so as you can see, this is still very dry. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of it. So that's already 2 cups of water. So as you guys can see, so far we've put 2 cups of water in here, and some of it is starting to come together. As you can see, I can throw it, it'll still come together, but there's a lot of dry still at the bottom, and we want all of it to come together. So we're gonna add some more water. But again, we're gonna go little by little. So this is our 3rd cup of water. I'm gonna pour probably about half of it, and maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm getting to the point where I really have to start slowing down the water because I don't want to go overboard. And I don't want you guys thinking like, oh my God, if I go overboard, that's it. You can always add more Maseca. Always fix it if something goes wrong. A couple weeks ago, I was actually making some stewed beef, basically, for some stewed beef tacos. And hi. And my daughter went to go wash her hands, and she washed her hands in the broth of the stewed beef. I had a cow. I was pretty upset at first, but then I was like, you know what? It happened. She didn't mean to do it, of course. My daughter's grown. She's 20 years old, beautiful girl. So she didn't mean to do it. She's not a baby or anything like that, but she did forget. And so what I had to do is just kind of make my own broth. And I improvised, and it worked out. So that's what I'm saying, that, you know, even if we were to go over, we can still fix it. And it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So you can see it's really starting to come together now. There's a lot of parts that are coming together, but there's still a lot of dry too. So we're gonna keep adding. That was my 3rd cup. So this is gonna be my 4th cup of water. This one, I'm gonna add it really slowly. And all we're doing, guys, is netting the dough, basically. Just like you would net dough for bread, that's all we're doing. We're just netting the masa. So you wanna make sure that you're hydrating all the masa before you put more water. And if it doesn't come out the first time, I can't even tell you how many times I tried to make homemade tortillas before I got it right. And sometimes I still, you know, can maybe make them not perfect, but I just keep trying, and the more I try, the better I get. So don't worry if the first time, you know, it doesn't come out exactly how you want it, or it doesn't blow up on you or something like that. Just keep trying and you will get it. I'm gonna show you a quick way that you can know. So I'm gonna make a little ball, because you're gonna form all little balls to press them. I'm gonna make a little ball, and as you can see, there's all kinds of cracks in it, because it doesn't have enough water yet. When it has enough water, it won't have these cracks. No matter how you do it, it's gonna have little cracks in it, okay? So we just need to keep going. Don't worry about over netting this. You can't over net this. It'll just keep getting softer and more pliable. So I've been netting now for about 20 minutes or so, and I think we're getting there. As you can see, it has completely come together. And another trick that you can tell, there's a couple tricks that you can tell that it's ready. Number one, you can feel the water. You know that your dough is hydrated. It no longer feels dry in your hands. Another way is that you can grab it, make a little ball, and look. You can tell it's much smoother than it was before. Remember, it had those cracks and everything. You can make a nice smooth ball from it. That's another reason. That's another way that you can tell. I'm sorry, excuse me. Another way that you can tell is that it won't stick to your hands. Of course, I have some masa on my hands because I've been netting. I have dry masa and everything. But before, when I would touch it and I would come up and it would stick, there would be clumps of masa sticking to my hand. And now I can pretty much touch it and no masa will come up. Maybe a little bit here and there, but it's not like before where a whole piece of it would stick to my hand. So that's another way that you can tell. And another thing that I can say for you guys that are starting, you can always take the tortilla, roll it in the ball, put it through the press, flatten it out, and cook it. And if it comes out good, then you know you have good you have good maseca. You have good masa here. If it comes out dry or hard or all, however, basically dry and hard is the only way that it would not be good. Then you know that you might need to add more water. And if you feel that it's too sticky, it's sticking to the board, it's not allowing you to do it, then you know you need to add a little bit more maseca. There's two ways to do this, okay? You can do it all into balls. Once you know you have good masa, you can do it all into balls and then cover it with a wet paper towel and then cook them, flatten them and cook them like that. Or you can put the wet paper towel on right now and you can do your balls as you go along. I like this method because the masa will get dry. This masa tends to dry out pretty fast. So I would definitely recommend getting a paper towel, wetting it. You're gonna wet your paper towel, and then you're gonna put it on top of your masa. Okay, so I went ahead and washed my hands. So there's another thing that I want to share with you guys, and that is the temperature of the comal. By the way, for you guys that don't know what a comal is, it is this right here. It's basically a griddle or a flat top. It has various names, but that's pretty much what it is. As long as it's a non-stick flat surface, you can even do it in a cast iron skillet, or maybe even a frying pan, but as long as it's non-stick, that's what a comal is. And basically it just means a flat surface to cook tortillas on. That's basically what it means. By the way, my temperature is about medium high. I like to have it more on the 8 than the 7. So it's a little more towards the high than the medium. But if you put it on there and you see that it's burning really fast or it's cooking really fast, then turn it down a little, So we're gonna get cooking here in a couple minutes, okay? Okay. So guys, I'm gonna make a little ball out of the masa. Make a little ball, and we're gonna bring it over here to the press. Now this is the same plastic. All I did is cut it in half, so it's a little easier. So I'm gonna place the top half on, and boom, and boom. Press it down. Now you're gonna turn it. Down. And you don't have to do it 3 times. You can just do it once or twice. Now we're gonna peel back the paper. 4 fingers. Put the other hand on the bottom. Put our thumb right here and pull down. Okay? Don't burn yourselves. You're gonna place it and whoop. And you gotta be careful when you're placing it on the comal. You gotta be careful not to burn yourself, okay? Now we're just gonna leave it a few seconds on this side. So we're gonna turn it almost immediately. Now on this side, we're gonna wait till the bottom gets a little bit golden. Okay, I think it's not yet, it's almost. And usually while you wait for this one, you can get another one done. That way you have a lot of them going at the same time, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do this one. Look at that, guys. And you see what I mean by a little bit golden? You see how it was a little bit golden? Now it blew up all the way, and that just means that your masa is good. Isn't it beautiful? I get so excited when it blows up. So it's pretty much done. You can turn it one more time if you want to, but it's pretty much done. So now we're gonna, woo! Oh, this is beauty to my eyes. Isn't that a beautiful tortilla, guys? That's when you know that they're gonna be really soft and delicious. Okay guys, so here's our packs of tortillas. We got, out of those 5, we made about 30 to 35 nice sized tortillas. Most of them are bigger than this. I took the smallest one. So this is some queso fresco. And now is the best part. We're gonna give it a taste. So I'm gonna break up some queso fresco here for the tortilla. I love queso fresco with fresh homemade tortillas. Okay. Okay, here we go. Wow. They're so soft. There is no exaggerating this. This is delicious. It's so soft. You can't compare it to a store-bought tortilla. Take my advice. Just give it a try, you know? I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys learned something from it. And I hope that you guys had fun. And I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time, okay? Oh! Oh my! Oh my God, guys! We lost one! Man down! Man down! Oh, shit! 5-second rule, right? 5-second rule. I'm so sorry. No, we're gonna throw this away. We're not gonna keep it. But I just